Welcome to AnimEighties, a retro anime review comedy podcast. These episodes contain spoilers and adult language, so stick around if you're cool like that. Hello and welcome to the AnimEighties Serial Experiments Lain full series watch through. My name is the very sick and slowly losing throat voice noises dying
Oh no.
Mackenzie, joined by my starting to get paranoid by pupils co-host Lindsay.
Oh yeah, I sent you so many pictures being like, why are their pupils pinpoint? And now they're not. What's going on? Yeah, no, it's crazy. And the funny thing was, it was just when I was at Denny's. It wasn't even for watching the show. It was just while I was in a restaurant.
Lindsay walks into a bathroom, turns the light on, and goes, "Why did my pupils change size?"
What's going on?
Don't worry, Lindsay.
Exactly what's happening.
I will say I almost changed that intro after a message you sent me today, which, if I'm being honest, hurt a little.
What? Oh, I don't... Listen, you send so many reels and so many posts on Instagram. I can't look through them all. It is constant. You are so lucky I have not muted you yet on Instagram. I have done that for other people who send less than you do.
She says this, I will sometimes send like 5 at a time and then nothing for multiple days.
I know, but it's still like ping, ping. And I'm like,
in the last 5 days, I think I've sent you like 4.
And then the other thing is you'll send me something and then you'll send the same thing into the group chat that we're in with Nate.
Oh, that one's by accident.
Oh man, no, I can't do the constant sending of reels and stuff.
I watch every single thing that you send me, no matter what.
Because I only send you like 1 or 2 things a day.
You could send me 100 tomorrow. I would watch all of them.
I will not. Also, you send me dumb stuff sometimes that I'm like, I just hate this.
Well, that's why I send it to you, is because I know you would hate it.
Yeah, and then you wonder why I don't look at everything you send me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man.
Sometimes there's just something really stupid and I'm like, oh, this is stupid. I want you to see it because like we can laugh about it. Sometimes there's just things that are stupid that I'm like, this is just going to make you annoyed. And that brings me joy. You send me dumb shit too sometimes.
Yeah, to get you back.
See? You just need to send me more dumb shit. It'd be great.
No, I don't want that on my algorithm.
Yeah.
I like it. Right now it's just like golden retrievers and my friends and like weird theater stuff. And it's perfect.
Fine. Well, now I don't feel so bad about how much of a mindfuck the 2 episodes we watched this week were.
Holy shit. I was like, I am too stupid to watch this show, I think. Wow, you need to have an understanding of philosophy. Good Lord. There's so much deep psychological like theory and things like that going on. And like, what is God? What, like, how is everything connected? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I was like, holy moly, this is so dense. And like, there are so many spelling errors in my notes because it was just like me constantly typing and like watching everything and like going back multiple times trying to rewatch it to understand what the fuck anybody was saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. This is a very good series and I'm still really enjoying it. And I'm very interested to see where we go because it kind of feels like we are getting to the peak of of what's happening and like shit's gonna start going down, but we aren't even halfway through the season. So like, what else is gonna happen? Is this summit that I think we're coming to not actually a summit? Like, and it just keeps going?
We're not near the summit yet, quite.
Man.
Also, we have a bit of a time skip between 3 to 4. Not a big one, but we get a bit of a time skip because Lain has progressed a lot in between episodes.
Oh, yes.
Like, she's becoming a computer genius real fast.
Man, her room is just, there's servers and monitors and desk. I don't know. I'm just saying computer words. There's RAM everywhere. CPUs.
There is RAM and CPUs everywhere. There's some motherboards.
She has a whole like milk crate of just gigabytes.
You heard it here, folks. A milk crate of gigabytes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There's lots of new information in this one. We get a peek into her sister's life. We get some new character interactions. We see new fucking powers. Yeah, new abilities and stuff that are starting to like develop, and it's really crazy. Every time, like the first thing I mentioned before, the first few times I watched that, I was only ever get like 3 episodes in, and then 5 episodes, and then I rewatch it again. I get to like 7. It took me a while to actually finish it. every single time I get to like a further batch when I was first watching this before I finally finished it, every time I was like, oh, we must be getting close to like, no, okay, we're still building. Mm-hmm. Oh, we're like moving fast, but we're still building.
Yeah.
Oh, like there's a lot. Like, I was like, I couldn't remember something. I Googled and I was like, when does this happen in the series? And it was like episode 9. And I was like, what the fuck? Okay. I was like, oh, that must be coming up in episode 6, right? And they're like, nah, bitch.
No, we still have so much more plot to get through. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm very excited to continue with this series, though. I think this is a really interesting series. I've told the lesbians to check it out.
Yeah, these 2 episodes, especially like so far of everything we watched, definitely have the most like, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of, what? And there's also like, there is quite a bit of horror in this one.
Yeah.
Which
especially the second
really
episode.
Good. Yeah.
Which is, I got some things on that. I'm sure you've got plenty of things for that as well.
Yeah. I liked that one of her computers was like a HAL 5000. And I was like, I know where that reference is from. I've seen 2001: A Space Odyssey.
You know what's funny? I haven't.
What? Oh my gosh. My dad this weekend was like, have you seen 2001: A Space Odyssey? And I was like, I wrote a whole paper on it in university about the use of silence and sound as a storytelling device. And he was like, oh, so you know about the monoliths? And I was like, yes, I know about the monoliths.
I know a lot from it. I've just never actually seen it for some reason.
It's really good.
Also realized this week
watch it.
That I have not seen the original Planet of the Apes.
I also have not seen the original
Planet of the Apes. I've seen like enough to, like, I know everything happens in it again, but I've just for some reason never seen it.
I don't know anything that happens in it. I know that Helena Bonham Carter and Tim Burton met on the set of the 2001 one, and that's how they fell in love.
Well, there you go. They had some spooky goth love for a while.
I know.
But let's jump into episode 4.
Yeah, where we just start with the line, humans are alone and connected to no one. Oh, it's going to be so happy. Oh, and it's so scary because it is this kind of like, I just think about like social media and things like that and like loneliness and how people are, I don't even know, like faking connection and stuff these days. I don't know. It's all just like, oh my gosh. It's so creepy how relevant this series still is.
Yeah, we were talking about this in our Discord earlier in the week where it's just like every single year this show becomes more and more relevant, which is funny because if they made it today, it wouldn't be impactful.
Yeah, I think the fact that it was made last millennium and over 25 years ago is like insane. And they fucking nailed it, you know?
Oh, yeah. No, they definitely did.
We start with that line, and then there's like a bunch of humming from the Wired that goes into Lain's room because it's like all of her computer setup and stuff. And I'm like, oh, the Wired is in the house.
And there's like, so many more computers.
So many more. She has like just stacks of like servers and motherboards and
as we
cables.
said, buckets of gigabytes.
Just huge buckets of gigabytes. It's just it's just creepy. And then her dad like looks through the door and then he closes his eyes and closes the door. And I'm like, yes, pretend you didn't see anything. Just don't be a parent. Just let your kid keep doing what they're doing. I'm sure it'll work itself out. And like they're having dinner and the sister is like, what's up with you, Lain?
Again, her sister being the only normal person in this family.
Right? Because Gendo glasses show up on the dad and the mother just doesn't do anything.
And her lips still look stupid.
They just recycled the cells from the first episode for that part. I was like, she's doing the same thing. I don't even know. But yeah, so it's like, yeah, everything is fine. And then we cut to some dude running down a dark alley, like just terrified. I know how to talk. Terrified. And there's like this little girl, but she has her little teddy bear and the teddy bear doesn't have eyes. And this little girl doesn't have fucking eyes. And it's horrifying.
She also like does not sound like a little child.
No, she doesn't. And all she says is gotcha.
She's and you're like, why are you so scared?
She's Bob from Bob's Burgers. Oh, it's just terrifying. Cause he just screams. Like we pan out into an establishing shot just with his scream. And then we just cut to the next day when it's all sunny and all shiny. And I guess they're like, hey, staff, we need to have a staff meeting or whatever to talk about certain things that have just happened. And then the girls are like, it's because someone committed suicide again.
Do you think that this compounds on the idea that the only way to enter the wired is to actively give up your body?
I think it does.
Because there's a lot of these kids.
Yeah, it seems to be that a lot of people are, and I don't, here's the thing. I don't know if it could be that's the only way to get to the wired, but it could also be that like people just aren't smart enough, but Lain is, and like, so they think the reason how they connect to the wire is by getting rid of their earthly bodies, and maybe there's like, they're just misinterpreting stuff.
Quite possibly.
That's a theory.
But Jisa did get into the wired post killing self, so.
Maybe there's more than one way then to get into the wired.
You are most likely correct here, Lindsay. I will give you a little bit on that.
Yeah, I was like, I don't see them killing Lain. Looking for your reaction when I say that. But yeah, like they're like talking about this, and then Lain is like, yeah, and this other guy that jumped off the roof. And they're like, I never heard about that. How did you know about that?
Yeah, and it's a little weird. She's like, oh, the wired. But it's like,
I heard about it on the wired.
Why are you so up on the...
Yeah, I was like, that's really creepy. You shouldn't be knowing about suicides and shit like that, that you just learn about them online.
This is the 90s. Lain is on Rotten.com.
Oh, no.
She's on LiveLeak.com. Like, that's where she's cruising on the wired.
Man, which is crazy because she's, what, grade 6? She's like 13?
Something
like that, yeah. She's like early teens or preteen.
Yeah.
Which is like, hey, holy crap.
Time for spooky video games.
Okay, here's the thing. The like weird dungeon, whatever, it made me think of, did you have this game on your computer on like Windows 98 or whatever back in the day? Where you had like, it was in a dungeon and you had this little like hovercraft or whatever, and you were like going through it trying to get camp like flags and stuff?
Yes.
That's what this game makes me think of.
This is more so based on Doom.
Oh, interesting. I don't play Doom.
Oh, yeah. This
I'm not a video gamer.
All of that stuff was built on the Doom engine. Everything. Duke Nukem, I believe, was on the Doom engine. Like all this kind of stuff. Any game that looked like those like just square walls that you kind of navigated through and shot at shit. That's the Doom.
Good to know. Because before that, so Lain, like when Lain gets home to her computer, there's a voicemail for her, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's a bunch of nerd stuff about trying to get the Pashuke into her computer.
Oh, yeah. They're just like, oh, we're not sure if you'll be able to do this, but oh, if you've got a Pashuke, then you just have to flick a switch and it'll help for blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, something like that. I was like, all right, you take the gigabytes out of your Apple box and you put it in the slot of a jig, and then you flick, like, I don't computer. And we also get a really fun trip to Siberia to meet our friend JJ, who is just like, we hear him responding to a voice that we don't hear. And apparently this voice is asking if he's heard about a game played on the wire. And he said it's something that adults wouldn't care about. So why would you, or something? So it's suggesting that he thinks that Lain is an adult.
Yeah, because he's always referred to her as like the other Lain. Like she's the adult at Siberia. She's like the one running things here and there. People know who she is. She's more mature. But she's not actually there.
It's like, is it because children don't have developed brains, and so it's easier to like hack into their brains or something, or possess that? I don't know. It's weird.
Well, in this case, it is Lain talking to him, but she's just like projecting her voice.
Yeah, because we pull back with the camera and there's nothing there. And you're like, what is going on? I don't know. It's all just weird. And then, yeah, sorry, we go back to the kid who is playing Doom or whatever. I just have the words. Okay, so I have a note that just says, like, it talks about the kid smashing his device.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, the kid's on the roof, and he is hallucinating that he's still inside the game.
Okay.
Because, like, the device he has on him likely has some sort of connection that's, like, displaying it in the real world for him, like a virtual reality thing.
Yeah.
And he, like, smashes it to try to get out of this. And it's like, doesn't seem to be working all that hard or all that well.
Yeah. And it just like fully does put him in the game. And there's like weird spectral hands showing up.
Well, and there's freaking Lain in there.
Yeah. And like the weird child from the beginning again. And she like lets out some sort of like really creepy robotic like screech. Yep. I don't know. So then he pulls out a gun. Well, he doesn't pull out a gun. He mimes it So I think in the virtual reality, he has a gun, but from what the viewer sees, he doesn't. He's just firing nothing. And he just like keeps going.
Did you see what happens when he finally pulls out of being inside that vision?
There was the body on the ground.
There are 3 bodies wrapped into sheets that were hanging on the top of the roof.
Oh, I didn't notice. I thought it was just one body.
And he's talking about how he didn't think they were actually children.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that he actually killed these kids that came up on the roof while he was hallucinating in this game.
Yeah, I could see that.
That is 100% what I think is going down. I don't know if that's ever confirmed, but that's kind of where my brain goes. Is it's just like, aha, child murder.
Yep. It's, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's terrifying. And like, yeah, he has pinpointed eyeballs and he's wired in, buddy. I hate it. I hate it so much.
And Lane's just watching this in like an astral projection.
Yeah, just in her little slip. Like, whatever. That's fine. That's not terrifying. Oh my gosh.
This is why I do not want this kind of tech. Do not put a neuro link in my brain or anything like that. I don't want to start hallucinating that I'm in frickin' Baldur's Gate 3 and I start curb stomping a goblin and it's just some old granny.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just fucking casting fireball on some like, demonic hag when in reality I'm at a gas station just soaking this old lady in like gasoline from the pump and like throwing a match.
There was an episode of the show Misfits back in the day. If anybody remembers Misfits from the BBC.
I remember Misfits.
And there was a guy who thought his superpower that he got in the lightning storm or whatever was that he thought he was in like GTA. And it was just him driving around like shooting people. And it was terrifying. That's what this makes me think of.
I liked Misfits.
I loved Misfits. I mean, the last 2 seasons kind of like...
No. They got really weird with the whole power changing crap. But like...
Yeah, they really didn't know where they were going.
The first bit was really good. The ending, when we discover the one dude's power, was so good.
Oh my gosh, that was such a good reveal.
So y'all should go watch Misfits.
I would say watch the first 3 seasons, and then once pretty much all of the original cast is gone, don't worry about it.
Yeah, fuck off at that point.
Yep. Yeah. All right, anyways. Yeah, and he's talking about the game, which is called Phantoma?
Yeah.
Phantoma? I don't even know. Okay, so it uses... these are me writing things down that were direct quotes so that I could understand this. And it's like, said it uses dedicated client servers to allow people to fight in the game without boundaries, which I was like, first off, boundaries are great. I think everybody needs boundaries because when you don't have boundaries, people become asshole serial killers. So let's give people boundaries, first off. And allegedly this kid like downloaded it illegally because it had the most advanced dungeon style game, but somehow it got linked up with a game that was played by kindergartners.
Yeah. Which is why...
Is that why there's kids in it that he's seeing?
I think so. And that's why he's seeing them as bad guys on this roof when they're just up there playing a game as well. But they're linked in. And while they're freaking like playing with Zaboomafoo the lemur, counting animals, they're just getting curb stomped by this dude thinking they're demons.
Yeah. Just trying to learn how to read.
Crazy.
Learn their colors and shapes. Oh, yeah.
Well, they're learning the color red at least. Oh, that's dark.
No, that was so dark.
That was dark.
Oh, man.
Moving on.
Yep. I don't know. And then, they say there's some sort of hole in the protocol and that they think it might have something to do with the Knights. Who the fuck are the Knights? Are they like anonymous? What are they?
We get more information from them kind of in the next episode as well.
Okay.
And actually, even later on we do. But when we hear more about the Knights, they're talking about how they're kind of like a religion in the Wired.
Okay.
The Knights are a hacking group.
Okay. So they're like the anonymous of this world.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but
okay.
They're seen as a religion to some people within the Wired.
Would you say they're like the Knights of the Round Table?
I don't remember why they have their name.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know. There was one thing that I thought was interesting because Lain says the Knights or something, and then immediately her father appears, and I'm like, is the father a knight?
Ooh.
But also he still has big pupils, so I don't know.
I love that I mentioned pupils once, and that is like your go-to thing now.
Well, now I noticed it because I didn't the first time, and now I'm like, oh, why are some people like super small and other people just like blown out? Like, what is happening?
This interaction with her father is very unnerving.
Yeah, because he's saying like she's gotten very comfortable talking with people on the Wired, but then also is like, but like maybe you're getting a little obsessed and you probably shouldn't get it confused with the real world. I don't know.
Well, and she's like talking about free. She's like, no, father, I will enter the Wired untethered. And you're like, that should make him feel weird, but he's just like, okay.
Yeah, the border between them isn't so clear, and I'll be able to enter it soon. And I'm like, okay, that is the sign that you need to like unplug the computer and chuck it out a window.
And like she's got that little smirk on her face.
Yeah.
Just that like cocky little evil smirk, and you're like,
Yep. And then from here we smash cut to just ruckus rock music and a bunch of shit just scrolling up a screen. I don't even know. It's just like a bunch of info is thrown at us about the Knights, and they exist in the Wired and stuff. Like thoughts that happen inside the Wire can spread to your subconscious. So it's like, oh, cool. So you can just like have a weird thought just accidentally just like thrown into your head from just cruising on the Wire. Like, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, it could be as simple as like you watch a news article about like someone committing fraud, and all of a sudden your brain gets a little nodule put into you because you're so connected to the Wire that's just like, you should be committing fraud. And it's not just like a normal sort of intrusive thought. It's like a programmed thought of like, this is now what you're doing.
Yeah, it's kind of like in Inception when they like they go into the girl's brain and they like start this top spinning and then get out, and how that like hack into her brain just causes her to change completely.
Yep.
Oh, I hate it. And yeah, this whole entire part is ended with, Lain, why won't you hurry and come here? Which is always great, because then we snap out of that, and there's 2 of those laser pointers on her head, and the creeps are outside.
Well, she's like heavily distraught by these agents. Like she doesn't, it's almost like she knows who they are now.
Yeah. And like she literally yells at them to go away, and it releases some sort of like energy.
Well, yeah, I guess this is our first display of her like using those kind of powers. She like liquefies the glass and like sends out a beam that explodes like tech on their faces.
Mm-hmm.
What other powers do you think she might have?
Oh man. Okay. Well, yeah, some sort of like telekinesis kind of deal. Maybe she has the ability to control computers.
Good guess.
I wonder if she can hack into people's brains and make them think stuff.
Ooh.
And like implant thoughts into them and kind of just like plant a suggestion or whatever.
That would be terrifying.
That would be absolutely terrifying. I don't know.
This scene with her father previously also brings up a very interesting question.
Okay.
We see her talking to that older dude who knows Lain as, the other Lain.
Yep.
Like the older, more confident version, yada, yada, yada.
The one who's like, let's have a rave together, girl. I'll leave you to sort out the details.
And then the one that Lain has no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And then we see this version of Lain, but then we see this like other Lain pretty out in plain sight. When she's talking to her dad, she's like viewing this kid on the roof. Like, do you think she's actively aware of these interactions? Or do you think this is actually like a blackout and she's fully innocent? Or do you think this is like an actual true doppelganger operating elsewhere?
It's so hard because in the next episode, it potentially could be kind of like a thinning of the dimensions kind of, and like bleeding from the Wire.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe we like see the thing, the entity on the Wires that has been kind of attached itself to Lain, like maybe it's gaining enough power to be able to kind of go through.
Interesting. You think there's an entity attaching itself to Lain from the Wired?
Yeah, like I think.
Okay.
I don't like. Maybe she's like a vessel or something. Like because in the next episode they talk a lot about like a prophecy or something.
Yeah.
And so that kind of made me think about that. Or it could be like possessing her and she's blacking out. Like I don't know, because it does I don't think she's 100% innocent. I think she knows something's up.
Yeah. You can't. We've seen when she's talking with her friends, she's a little more like aware of what's going on around her with like the Wired and stuff, as she's clearly, obviously becoming more connected.
Yeah.
So to the level of which she's fully aware of it, who knows? We'll have to find out.
Yeah.
But maybe we will in episode 5.
Ooh.
Episode 5 starts with some exposition about how humans no longer evolve.
I know. Which I was like,
think?
No. This felt like propaganda that Elon Musk would say to sell some sort of like stupid invention that he didn't make but took credit for, that like is going to malfunction in 17 different ways, but a bunch of weird tech bro douchebags are going to rush to buy it. Like, I don't know. I was like, no, we are still evolving. I mean, like, we can eat Dorito Cool Ranch chips without like dying, whereas Victorian children back in the day, I think that would just ruin their immune system.
No, they worked in the mines. Those children were hardy.
I don't know.
But no,
I don't know. I don't. Yeah.
I fully agree. This whole thing of like, have we hit our biological evolutionary limits? Is our next step only digital evolution? It's like,
well, it's because I also thought about those anthropological, like, what are they called? Examples of what they think human evolution will look like now that we have technology and stuff like that, and how it's like our eyes will be bigger, our backs will be hunched permanently, and like all of these different kind of effects of these lifestyles and technological changes that we're experiencing in the world. But I don't know. I don't think they're right. I think this is all like weird propaganda to get people on the Wired. Also, I just want it noted, my notes auto-corrected Elon Musk to Elon Mush. And I love that.
Lovely. But apparently,
because they also say the like, it's propaganda because they say the line, however, you don't have to remain a wretched human being forever. What?
No, and apparently this is God speaking to Lain.
Oh my gosh. Except I'm like, is it God or is it just some douchebag with a computer and a God complex?
We'll have to wait to find out, Lindsay.
Reboot. We need to stop doing that. It's like Critical Role with Making My Way.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But this episode's all about Mika.
Yeah, and she kind of gets her own kind of traumatic bullshit going on in her life, which is like, oh, yay. How great. Because, yeah, her pupils are pinpoints.
And we see her apparently hooking up with older dudes.
I was going to say, yeah, she's getting dressed for school at her boyfriend's house. Ooh. I don't know.
Did you see that coming?
No, I didn't. I don't know why I didn't think that she would be dating, but like, why wouldn't she be dating? She's a teenager. Like, I don't know. It was just very funny. It's all just very strange. And she's like walking to school and there's a car that's like swerves through the crowd, which, she isn't even bothered about, which I was like, is she getting wired by proxy? Like, has it just extended from Lain all the way to her and like kind of started affecting her that way?
Yep.
I don't know. Or maybe is Lain having like real Lain getting cold feet, and so the other Lain needs to like influence the sister to kind of like help progress continue. I don't know. It's all just crazy. But like we get a weird flashback or like dreamscapes or something where like Lain is clearly younger and she's talking to her doll, and then she's like, "Can you tell me a story that I don't know?" And then the doll's like, I don't know, it says a bunch of stuff that went over my head about like, I don't know. It's like philosophy, and there's like prophecies are what happened before events. And then Lain asks who makes these prophecies, and I don't know, just a bunch of weird stuff happens. And I was like, what?
Everything is a prophecy from the Wired, and like,
yeah,
everything that happens in this world is a prophecy for something else, and it's just basically just cause and effect.
Yeah. I don't know. It was very strange. Yeah. And then, we cut back to our present day and we see some dude hand Lain a package of like wet towelettes or something. I don't know. It looks like a drug deal. She gets like a weird little packet and you're like, okay. And then the sister gets one as well. And she like runs into the TK kid and he spills pop all over her. And she's like, dang it. So she pulls a little wet wipe out of this. And it says, the other side is overcrowded. The dead have nowhere to go. And I was like, wow, what is going on?
So what do you think that means? Because like, I think it's a reference to how heaven is full and the only place anyone can now go is the Wired.
Oh,
which is truly infinite in their eyes.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think that, I didn't even think about that. I just thought it was like, oh shoot, the Wired. We have too many people here, guys. We need to maybe tell.
The Wired is looking for more. So if anything, this is telling people like, you are not going to go to heaven if you die. Don't get stuck in purgatory. Come to the Wired.
Ooh, that's
a little dark.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Also kind of gross and weird. Why do these little kids keep asking older folks to date them?
I know, I don't get it.
Like that one little kid is like constantly just being like, every lady he sees being like, are we going to go on a date?
Maybe he's just like a horny 13-year-old and he's just like wants to date someone.
We're going to go on a date? You got any Cheetos? We're going to go on a date?
Mountain Dew?
Like, good Lord.
Would you like Code Red or Classic?
Yeah, like, good Lord.
Oh, I don't know. I think he's just like, might as well shoot my shot. It's be cool if I date an older lady. I'm working at a high school right now, and one of the kids was like, on Halloween, this guy asked me if I could go out with him. And I was like, no. And I was like, ew, he's like 13 and I'm 15. And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, oh man. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. I love it. Teenagers are hilarious.
Yeah. Quick translation note here.
Oh, okay.
When she like reads the napkin, she like folds it up and throws it on the ground. She says, "This is a bad joke." In the Japanese version, she calls it a bad omen. I don't know why they changed that, but they did for some weird reason.
Omen definitely changes it.
It very much so does.
Yeah, because it's like, if it was a joke, it's like someone's just being an idiot and wants to like make people upset or whatever. But if it's an omen, it's like, oh, this is like describing something that is coming this way potentially.
Like a prophecy.
Like a prophecy. Yeah. So I think they definitely shouldn't have changed that in the translation.
I agree. But shit's going to keep getting weirder.
Oh, yeah. Because Lane's just in the middle of the road, muttering. Everyone is connected.
Just over and over again. And everyone's like looking at her like, are you crazy?
And then her face just shows up on like the Shibuya Jumbotron or whatever it is. I'm like, holy shit.
And her sister's
what is happening?
What the fuck is going on? Because she sees it. No one else seems to see it, but she does.
But she also doesn't seem to care. She just like walks away. And I was like, your sister is in the middle of one of the busiest intersections in the country, possibly in the world.
That annoys me so much. To see her face up on the screen, you could be like, oh, maybe I'm seeing things. I'm having a weird day. It was a little fuzzy for a second. But to stare at your sister as traffic is speeding past her in a road and be like, this bitch.
She's fine.
Like, she's literally this. Also, I don't know if you noticed, every time her sister is walking through a crowd, she's walking opposite of the people.
I didn't quite. I don't think I like clocked that, but now that you say that, I'm like, oh yeah, she was.
Yeah.
She was going against the grain. She's being a rebel.
Yeah. But like, if my sister was standing in traffic whispering to herself, I would try and help. Maybe she's having an emergency.
Yeah, I would be like, can someone please call a mental health helpline and get some assistance like down here?
No, we have to have another weird object talk to her instead.
Obviously, it's just like a weird tribal mask. And I'm like, okay, I don't know where this came from. But yeah, and this one is like, oh, what is it? We're all... Hang on. I have the note here. Oh, yeah. And it's like, events are connected to the line, but doesn't tell her who connects all these points. And I was like, what? You know. I don't know. So yeah, from there we go to the school and all of her friends are like, we're so impressed that you could pull off that hacker stuff. I didn't know you could do that. And she's like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Which hacking do you think they're talking about? Do you think they're talking about the Shibuya thing, or do you think they're talking about the cars that were hacked and like started driving all erratically and killed people?
I thought they were talking about Shibuya.
Oh, interesting. I thought they were talking about the cars.
I didn't think the cars got hacked. I thought the cars were just like driven by people who were having...
No, so this was a reference. They mentioned that the self-driving car system experienced an issue which caused cars to go crazy.
Right. They were all driving Teslas, right?
Again,
okay.
Musk the bad guy.
Ew, Elon Musk. Yeah, I don't know. It's all just very strange. And then we cut to the friends at a diner. And it says like Alice is getting like spam or something. And they're like, on her phone. Oh my gosh, sorry, my brain. Alice is getting like spam on her phone and her friends are like, oh, it must be the nights. And you're like, what? Like even the friends know about these nights? I don't even know. And then this is the part that I sent you pictures from. Yes. They have pinpoint pupils and then they don't. And I'm like, is that something? Am I just crazy? What is happening?
Pinpoints until they mention the nights and then no longer pinpoint.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is all just insane. I don't know. But on to that. Now we need to go talk to the mom in the like weird liminal dreamscape. Oh my gosh, this mother.
Do you think that
wow.
Do you think that this is maybe the Knights hacking her brain to communicate with her using objects that are more and more familiar to her? Childhood doll, random ass mask, now her mom.
That's possible. They have she has a strong connection to them. So maybe that is absolutely possible. But yeah, we get like a whole not a history lesson, but some sort of like, it's like, think of it as like the upper layer of the real world, and physical reality is nothing but an illusion of information fed to us through the wire. And like your physical body only exists on one plane. And that's to verify your existence within the universe. I'm like, this is all so crazy. Like, again, and that's where I started thinking about like different dimensions and things like that. And I don't even know. But yeah, and then Lain is like, are you truly my mother? And she just fades away. And I was like, yeah, that feels like an accurate metaphor for maternal instincts that we've seen so far.
Yeah, that mom is not someone who should be a mom.
Just
they
like
are
something.
Not prepared for having a child.
No. Oh my gosh. Oh,
I feel like their daughter, when she was like 5, was like, Mommy, what's an elephant? She's like, shut the fuck up.
She's like, I don't know. It's really embarrassing that you don't know.
Yeah, exactly. That's how she talks to Lain. She's like, oh, you're 5 and you don't know what a fucking elephant is? You fucking noob.
Yeah.
Get pwned, nerd.
Pushes them over. Skateboards away.
Exactly. Mom does a sick kickflip down the stairs.
Hell yeah.
Dad looks out as she rides off going, that's the woman I love.
Yep, 100%. No, we're giving them way too much personality for that. Because yeah, we go to family dinner now, and like the sister is like, oh yeah, they're at the family dinner, and the sister is just like, Lain, didn't you see me in Shibuya? And she just like doesn't respond. The dad's watching TV. The mom does nothing. Like it's all just, yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's all very strange. And then from there, we morph to the sister now in the middle of the street on Shibuya.
She has like this bleak moment where she's like, didn't I see you? And then she kind of goes,
yeah.
And she's on the street where Lain was.
I know. I'm like, what? What is even happening? And it's just like, it's all crazy because from here, it just like snaps her into the diner that we saw Alice and like all of the friends in earlier. And she's trying to have like a cup of coffee and she's just shaking too much and it like spills the coffee and then the coffee spells out the words, fulfill the prophecy. And you're like, what the hell is this? And then instantly the entire diner is empty. No one is in it, not even a cashier. Like, what is going on? Ugh. So she runs to the bathroom. And of course, we can't just be in a bath. Oh, no, we just cut to her in the bathroom. That's what it was. We don't even see her walk to the bathroom.
No, there's no walking. This is her all of a sudden appearing in multiple places all at once.
So it's a lapse in her consciousness as well. So it's almost.
And there's a door. Is it the wire trying to?
Yeah, and then it's just repeating over and over again to fulfill the prophecy. And I'm like, is she required to help this like Lain do something? I don't know. It's all just it's messing with my brain.
Well, like we speak about like how we hear like words about how like the Wired was created by people using electricity, and what if the Wired created an all new, all knowing being, and in turn the actual world, and in turn another actual world for people to exist in, and it's just like, oh
my gosh, that's so terrifying. Oh my gosh, and then we're seeing this all with like AI again. Like passing like the point of no return or whatever, the red line or
well, it gets weirder.
Yep, it definitely does, because now we have to talk to Daddy-O in the weird dreamscape, and he asks if she's considered something else, that like what flows through the Wired isn't just electrical information, and like wonders if we just talked about this, and if the world was even created and stuff like this. Like, then like in the Wired there may be a godlike being, and Lain is like, I think I've talked to them. I don't know. Yeah, and then does the Wire has the Wired accumulated enough power over the crossover, like between the worlds? Like apparently that's what the prophecy is, something about like crossing between the different worlds, which again makes me think like, is Lain that kind of way to break that dimension? Oh, I hate it.
Is she the what's not the term messenger? Is she the
vessel?
The vessel?
Mm-hmm. It's possible. I mean, at this point in time, like, that's what it seems like. It's all just crazy and stuff like that. But yeah, forgot about that. We have to finish this episode with Mika. That's her name, right?
Yeah.
Just like coming home hyperventilating. Nobody comes to the door to see if this child is okay, which is poor parenting.
Well,
yeah, as I say, except for, who comes to the door? Also her, but she's in like a casual outfit. And they both, like, it's always so weird. And then the one that was already there stays and the one that just came in disappears. And it's just like, what? And she's like, oh, it was nothing. And then Lain comes in and sees this weird ghostly specter that is like where the
sister... Kind of distorted, kind of looks like her.
Yeah.
It skeeves me out.
Yeah. And that was what I was when I kind of thought about like those whole different dimensions and stuff like that. Because someone was saying a theory about like ghosts are just thin parts between dimensions, and so you're getting to see like different things from different dimensions kind of briefly appear here in our plane of existence or whatever.
Yep.
And so that was kind of where I think this is maybe going.
Okay.
I guess.
So, Lindsay.
Yes.
If we jump all the way back to the beginning.
Okay.
We witness that car crash, and then we see Mika walking away as if nothing happened. But almost immediately after that, Mika's mind begins to warp, get with these notes of prophecy, the door, the blood, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
When she gets home, she sees herself. In that moment, she begins to warp and fade away, while this other version of her, far colder, kind of like the parents, remains. Do you think that she died in the car crash?
Oh, where should her parents also die?
And these hallucinations were her soul going into the Wired. Rough, because anyone who commits suicide, they're doing it willingly to join the Wired, but it seems like she may have been being forced to join the Wired. And do you think that this thing that is left behind that is still her is now a doppelganger?
I think it might be, because then it might explain like the weirdness of the rest of her family.
And the final scene asks an even larger question, Lindsay.
Oh my gosh, who will I be today?
No, that's not what she says.
I thought it was. What did she say then?
We see Lain at her computer, and she asks the question, who will it be today?
Oh, who will it be today? I thought you said, who will I be today? Which I was like, yes, because on the internet, you can be anything you want.
No, which begs the question.
Who's it?
Did she kill her sister?
Holy shit. Maybe she did it because she wants her sister on the Wired for when this like whole ascension bullshit happens.
Or was it the other Lain who killed her sister?
Maybe.
Lain in the Wired programming and hacking things to kill her sister and installing a doppelganger.
Maybe, because then it might make it easier for Lain, like OG Lain, to make that transition or whatever, or make that bond or whatever to get to the Wired to see her family again. Also, can we talk about the fact that her room is now just dark and engulfed in computer shit?
It's
all insane.
We're 5 episodes in, and we've jumped real quick from girl who had a computer she's never touched to girl with a whole ass multi-server rack, crazy integrated system with like 7 monitors, no lights, a Bashuke inside there to like give it all these crazy access. And now we see her jumping even more so between like the haha, I'm a little schoolgirl and the like, who will I kill next? If that's
just
what
like
I did.
The dead-eyed. Yeah. Man, it's all crazy. I'm excited to see where this goes.
Yeah, because it's like if she did kill, maybe not her herself, but like the other Lain killed her sister. Why is this? Why do they still need the physical sister around?
So that the OG Lain doesn't think anything's wrong.
Ooh, I mean, obviously, I know the answer to this. I'm curious on your thoughts here.
Yeah, I think it's because you can't just like put the human Lain through all this traumatic bullshit, because that is going to really affect her brain. It
would be easier to just like install someone fake instead of convince her and her parents that this person never existed.
Exactly.
There's only like, here's the thing. You can, most people are susceptible to like, if you try to fuck with their brain enough, they'll eventually cave to some degree. But like, it's pretty hard to just be like, no, your sibling never existed. Like that would be a really hard thing to try and like warp
rationalize.
And like remove from someone's brain. So
yeah, that would cause a severe psychotic breakdown.
Yeah, so you got to install a puppet.
Yeah, exactly.
The level to which this puppet is involved, we'll have to see.
Who knows? Yeah, no, it's crazy. I'm like, okay, so what does the Wired want? The Wired wants to fulfill a prophecy, but what is a prophecy? Something that I think it's something that allows the Wired to gain control on the physical plane as well as the digital plane.
Okay. Yep. Be able to control
I don't know,
all computers.
Yeah. Like
so essentially, like I'd mentioned earlier, when they talk about like, when we created the internet, did we somehow end up creating a new god?
I mean,
do you think
in a way, yeah.
Do you think that like this new god is like, I want control of the real world too? I do not want anyone believing in anything but me.
Yeah, ooh. I think it is completely possible.
Well, I will say, Lindsay, we may or may not get to meet God.
That's ominous. Because Lain rejects her role in the prophecy and destroys all the computers.
Oh, do you think that is that your guess for the ending, that Lain comes to her senses and sets off some giant EMP using her brain that fries all of the internet and the Wired and resets everything back to...
I mean, that would be great. I have a feeling that this ending I'm going to be really confused in, and I'm probably going to need you to explain it to me.
I I also am still confused by everything that goes on in this. So
okay, great. So it is going to be more confusing than than the last episode of Evangelion?
Yes.
Dang it. I was hoping I was thinking it wouldn't be.
But in a more enjoyable way.
Not in a an up its own ass way?
Not in an up its own ass way.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. We're dealing with...
I could also be lying to you.
Oh, true. Oh Allodoris, get in the Discord and tell me if he's lying to me.
No spoilers. No spoil. I'll ban you if you spoil.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's all... Yeah, I don't know if it's going to go... I don't know if it's going to go full, destruction, or if it's going to go full, integration. I don't know how she's going to go.
Well, our next 2 episodes we'll be watching are called Kids and Society.
Kids are a menace to society. Don't have them. Because obviously, look what happens. Oh, man. Yeah, it's all just lots. We're gonna have cerebral fluid slowly leaking out of my ears now. That's the level we're at. Just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit.
I will spoil my favorite episode title.
Okay.
Infoornography.
Infoornography?
No, infornography.
Infornography? Like information pornography?
Yeah.
Info porn. I love that.
It's a good word. I love that. Infonography. Yeah, I'm like,
I want more of that. Intellectual erotic no. Okay. Let's end the episode.
So, Lindsay's brain is understanding, but also melting more and more as we go along. You'll just have to see what happens when we watch the next 2 episodes of Lain in 2 weeks from now. But if you want access to a bunch of other random retro anime stuff, you can check out the other 136 episodes of this podcast. Or if you want access to some bonus content like the one we just recorded before we started recording this to give my voice a bit of a warm-up so I didn't sound like I was fully dying. You can check out our Patreon at patreon.com/@AnimEighties to get access to all that kind of stuff, including our Discord. Another one of the perks that you get on the Patreon is that I will read out your name on the podcast, which can be both good and bad for myself, because some of you like to make me say dumb shit. Not as bad as the people we stole this idea from.
It's true.
Don't get me wrong, I would love to have a Patreon list as long as animated context, but some of the shit that they have to say would ruin my professional career if I ever had that say out loud. And we just had a fucking 7-minute talk about breasts last episode, so that's saying a lot.
Yep, we truly did. Breasts and bush.
Yes. But anyway, starting with our supporting characters, we've got Evan, Jake Peralta with that cool. Allodoris, and I can't do the normal Heisei Holmes. I will try Heisei Holmes. It hurts.
Oh.
Moving on to our retro cuties, we've got the lesbians, Matthew, Cammy Chu, deep sexy voice says relax.
Ooh, you were extra deep today.
Relax.
Oh, wow. You sound like a record on 33 instead of 45.
Core memory unlocked of a teen Carly Jepsen insisting on wearing her Serial Experiments Lain t-shirt to church. You should wear it everywhere you go. I want one, but official ones are wildly expensive, so I'm going to have to get a bootleg. Infinity Bandana will be back on the 18th with a banger of a speed run, so check that out on their Twitch account. We've also, moving on to our Chibi Champions, we've got Gasidic. Pharmaceutical ads always tell you about the serious side effects. What about the comical ones? Wonders Musica. And then we end with Swamp Wizard. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. I'm dying so hard here. And yeah, patreon.com/@AnimEighties to support us and me in this dying sickness time. I'm not actually dying. I will still be here for next episode.
Yes.
But yeah, Patreon, do the thing, and then we'll catch you this Tuesday when we watch a weird ass fucking show that Lindsay gave me, which is
just wait, there. You'll find out.
We'll get there. So yeah, we'll see you next Tuesday, and
right.
No, that's your line.
Yep, see you next Tuesday.
And then the following Tuesday and the Thursday.
Woo!
Goodbye.